one of the things that struck me about Mancini is that we've said he's not going to change. There's Mancini, Immobile, Chiesa, and Insigne up front. He does have options on the bench. Part of me thinks, would he be better off taking Chiesa off the bench? Chiesa's been so good, and he brings all that energy. I do wonder about that. Chiesa can change games when he comes on, obviously.
Yeah, but he changed game when he started as well on Tuesday.
And I've come around to that. It's a quality issue.
I'm more worried about Barella because I just think that he's played so much this season, and his game is all about intensity and energy and running and be everywhere and never stopping and never breathe, and that it looked to me already in the quarterfinals. I thought that he looked a bit tired, and I thought against Spain, where at times he was chasing shadows because the movement of Koke and Pedri and Busquets was at times a bit too much for him. And I just wonder in what kind of physical strength or level he's going to be on Sunday for this final.
When we were talking about potential changes, I think that is the other one that might come into it. I think a lot is going to depend on how fit he is, how ready he is, what his state of mind is after that game. Again, you have to remind yourself, England's midfield are not going to do that. It's going to be a different game. It's going to be more a game where Italy, what we expect, Italy have the ball, Rice and Phillips sit off them or go press them, but then they play through them.
Yeah.
He's more suited to it. But it does make you wonder because, in Locatelli and Pessina, you've got two other guys, or maybe even Cristante if you want to go more defensive.
Yeah.
You do have other guys who can play that role. So it's an interesting kind of knife edge that Barella's on. Speaking of knife edge, your boy Verratti, I always feel like he's this far away from a yellow card. But he's learning to stay the right side of it.
Yeah. I thought he was really good. There's a big debate in France over his impact. And I looked at some of the numbers against Belgium. 61% of his passes were in 2 touches. So control pass. For someone who is often blamed for keeping the ball too much, too many touches, coming back onto his own steps and stuff, I think there was 75% or something like that with 3 touches only. So it's a first touch, control the ball, then another touch, and then you pass the ball, which I think, and going forward as well, a lot of those passes were forward. I think he's been brilliant. I don't know physically how he will be on Sunday. He had like a strapping on his knee, the knee that he injured at the end of the season, which made his whole participation to this tournament very doubtful and could not play at the start of the tournament anyway. So, but I do think that Verratti would be such a key part. But again, I think the hopes for Italy is that even with Jorginho not at his best against Spain, without Verratti at his best, with no Barella not as maybe fully fit, and they still won the game, even when they lost the midfield battle. So I think that has to give you a lot of optimism for the final.
One other point on Italy, before we make a final point in England. Ciro Immobile, we've talked about it before. He is a confidence guy. The reason Mancini always waits to take him off is because his head then drops. Is it a problem how long it takes him to get a shot off, the fact that it's just not working for him? And I thought it was indicative in that game when Immobile came off, Italy basically put Insigne at center forward for a while.
Yeah,
and then Belotti.
Yeah.
And it's also because Belotti gives you a lot of effort, but and he's got the cool nickname, the Rooster. But he's still Belotti, right?
Exactly.
Is that a problem? Should they?
No, we've seen Mancini played with Bernardeschi as a false 9 before, or Insigne for half an hour.
I don't want to see a false 9.
No, I don't want to see either. But Immobile gives you a lot more than. Yeah, of course he struggles sometimes with his chances. It takes a long time to shoot. But the Chiesa goal doesn't come without Immobile on the pitch either.
No, he gives you a lot of stuff off the ball.
The run, he gets those 2 centre-backs so busy. He's going to be such a nuisance for Maguire and Stones, and he might not score, but that he's going to really put his shift in and run all the time, and then you can play long, and he's going to chase the ball and down the channels and all of that, which I think is very important for a striker.
I wonder, I'm going to say this, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I wonder if we might not see at some point, depending how the game goes, Raspadori. Simply because this is a guy, 2 caps going into, I'm going to start. 2 caps going into the tournament. I think he played a couple minutes in garbage time against Wales, but that's it.
When they all came on, or something.
But he is completely different to Belotti and Immobile. And I think it's not something anybody's expecting. I almost wondered against Spain if maybe, I understand the Belotti choice because Belotti can hold the ball up, and finally you can, in theory anyway, you can release some of the pressure.
Yeah.
And also Raspadori against quick defenders like Eric Garcia and Laporte, maybe not the best match. But I just wonder if that might not be, because I know Mancini really likes him.
Maybe.
Really likes what he's done.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.